Sit down and have a conversation with Dan. He's super easygoing. He's super easy to communicate with. He really takes the time to understand the needs of your business to help develop content that's relatable for your homeowners, your client base. I'm glad that I did. I saw an ad on Instagram and filled out the form, and Dan called me the next day and we sat down and had a conversation, and it was a no-brainer.
My name is Dan from Sacramento Video, and I'm here with one of our clients, Jordan Kendrick from Kendrick Heating and Air. Tell us a little bit about your business and just who you are.
Sure. So heating and air conditioning contractor based in Rockland, California. I've been doing it for about 15 years. We've been in this location for a little over 2 years. We serve the greater Sacramento area. We have 11 employees that are made up of people that answer the phones. I have technicians that are in the field. I have installation technicians that are out replacing heating and air systems for homeowners. And then myself and a couple managers. We had dabbled a little bit in social media. We have a little bit of a presence on Yelp, but I knew that if we were going to reach the growth goals that we had, that I needed to get more in front of people. I can only rely on word of mouth referrals for so much. I knew that we needed to reach a wider audience, and people of my generation, I think now it's just super natural for people to interact with businesses through social media and kind of their online presence. And so it was like, how do I get my heating and air conditioning business out there so that more people know that we exist? You gave me a good framework to work around. Every time that we'd come sit down and do filming, like you had a structure to that, which was really helpful for me because I've got 100 different million things going on. And this is the struggle I had before because I had done little like videos in my office. It was really helpful that you kind of all had it laid out for me. All I had to worry about was showing up. You just made it really easy. I know what our unique offer is to our homeowners. I have a pretty good pulse on what people are looking for during the right times of the year, but like narrowing in on what do I show people, that's what you helped me with. Because we sat down and you asked, like, what is the target? What do people experience? What are their pain points? What makes them excited about heating and air conditioning? What's going to resonate with them? You know, the offers that we put out there, people would call in and say, hey, you know, I saw you guys on the internet. I think one of the ones that we did was like a marketed tune-up lead or tune-up campaign, I'm sorry. And that generated a lot of traction. So that allowed us to serve more people, which is exactly what I wanted this to do, was get us in front of more people that we hadn't previously had experience with. I can see our traction online. I follow obviously our Instagram page, our Facebook page. The amount of interactions that we have with our content has significantly increased, whether it's people liking or commenting or the occasional share. Seeing people interact with it was really cool.
What about in terms of you had a friend that's maybe in a different service industry and they're thinking about working with Sactown Video with us? What would you tell them?
You made it really easy. I try and do that for my homeowners because what we do is not inexpensive, right? It's not sexy. It doesn't dry fast. You can't tell your friends about it and have them be excited about it. You can't brag about heating and air conditioning. I sought that in looking for a video like company, is making it easy for me to create content, record the content, push it out to the right channels. That was extremely valuable to me. I didn't want to have to worry about, is it trending? Is it tracking? Do I put more money at it? Do I put less money at it? What's the right message that we push out? You helped me get through that process.
Guys like Jordan, he's basically the reason why the business is going to be successful. It's not because of me, right? So if you're a business owner, like you have to remember that you have to be committed to action and be committed to change. If you don't do any of those things, there's nothing that an agency or marketing agency is going to do for you. Ultimately, like you have to take the reins and you have to make that decision for yourself. And guys like Jordan, they're always going to crush it. They're always going to kill it. If that sounds like you, then like Jordan said, give me a call, right? Let's have a quick chat. But if not, you know, it's fine. But you always want to make sure that you're committing to action, committing to change. And that's the best way that you could help yourself.